Alright guys, in this video we're going to build a simple HTML template with a couple different pages. Alright, now we are going to use some CSS as we did in the last video, but I'm going to try to not get into any kind of advanced styling because we will have a section dedicated to CSS. So I have this index.html file here, and since we're using multiple pages, what I'm going to do is create a folder and just call it simple_html, and I'm going to bring that index file into that folder. Alright, and then let's see, we'll open that up. Alright, so let's open that up. Alright, and inside that simple HTML folder we're going to create some other files. So we want to have a CSS file. We're going to use a separate file called style.css, and we'll also have a file called about.html. We'll have a file called services.html, and we'll have a file called contact.html. Alright, so let's start on the index page. I want to wrap everything in a container div, so this will be an ID of container. Okay, and then in here we're going to have a header. Now if you're wondering why I'm not using header and footer tags and stuff like that, it's because the next section is going to be on HTML5, and that's where I'll go over the new HTML5 base tags. Alright, let's put an H1 in here and we'll just say simple HTML template. Okay, and then under the header we're going to have a nav bar. So this is going to be a div with the ID of nav. Okay, and in the nav we're going to have a UL and some LIs and some links. So this will be the home link. So this will go to index.html, which is this page. Okay, let's copy that. We'll also have one for about, and that'll go to about HTML, services, and contact. Alright, so there's our nav bar. If we save it and take a look, it's not going to be anything special. Oops, we need to go into that folder. And let's see, index. We're going to open that with Chrome, and that's what it should look like so far. Alright, so let's go back into Sublime, and under the nav bar we're going to have the main div. So this ends here, so we're going to say div, and let's give this an ID of main. And in here we'll just put an H1 that says welcome, and then a paragraph. I'm actually going to just paste in 2 paragraphs here of just dummy text. Alright, and then we'll just tab this over. Okay, so that's the main area, and then underneath the main div we're going to have a sidebar div. Alright, and we'll just put an H3 here. We'll say sidebar, and then just a short paragraph. I'm just going to grab this and paste that in. Alright, and then after the sidebar we're going to have a footer div. So this will be div ID footer. Alright, and then in here we're just going to put a paragraph with a copyright. So this ampersand copy semicolon, this will give us a copyright symbol. Alright, so let's save that. So that's the HTML for the home page. So now we want to start to style it. What we'll do is go up to the head tag inside here, and we're going to put in a link tag, give it a rel attribute, and that'll be style sheet. We're just telling it what type of link this will be, what type of file, and then we need an href which will point to that file, which is just going to be style.css. Alright, so then we'll go and open up that. And just to make sure it's working, we'll put a body and let's give it a dark background. So we'll give it the hexadecimal value, number sign 666, which should give it a dark gray. Alright, good. I'm also going to make the color of the text white by default. Okay, now you can use this shorthand with 3 characters. White could be 6 F's or 3. Okay, same thing up here. We could have 6 sixes or 3 of them. Alright, so we're going to use the shorthand, and then let's just make our font family Arial. Okay, save that. Now notice the links are blue, and I don't want that. I want those to be white as well. So let's say A, all the A tags will have color white, and then see how they're also underlined? I don't want that, so we're going to say text decoration will be none. Alright, and then let's see, ULs by default have padding. I want to take that padding away, so say padding 0. Alright, and then for the container, that's an ID, so we want the number sign. Container, we're gonna give that a different background color. Okay, that's gonna be a little darker, so 333. And then let's set the width to be 960 pixels. For the margin, we want 30 on top and then auto on the left and right. We're gonna say overflow hidden, and we'll give it 10 pixels padding. Let's save that. Alright. Next thing we'll do is the nav bar. We want this to be a horizontal menu. So remember, it has an ID of nav. We're actually going to set a height of 40 pixels. And let's set background to 666. And then for the UL itself, we can say nav UL. I want that to have padding top 13 pixels, and then padding left 10 pixels. Alright, then we have the list items, so say nav li. We're going to set list style to none, and let's say we want them to float left, okay, because we want a horizontal menu, and then just add padding right 20 pixels. Okay, save that, and that gives us a horizontal menu.